at the 2012 National BDPA Conference here in Baltimore, Maryland. We have our Atlanta team, the HSCC team, with me. So I want each one of the team members to go ahead and introduce yourself.
And I'm going to be going to Georgia Tech this fall.
All right, my name is Alan Warner, and I'm going to attend Valdosta State.
Hi, my name is Yashir Seth, and I'm going to Grayson High School.
Hi, my name is Sunny Chang, and I'm going to University of Georgia.
So we got a dynamic 14 member team this year. We're very excited about the outcome that's going to come out this afternoon, but in preparation of coming to the HSCC competition here in Baltimore, you know, tell me, what did you all do to prepare before you came to Baltimore? What did you do to prepare for the actual competition itself?
We went to DeVry every Saturday for around 6 months, and we practiced with our awesome coaches and instructors. So, yeah.
12 to 4?
12 to 4,
yeah.
Every week.
Well, not only do we have to focus on the programming, we also have to do the questions as well.
Okay. So the questions for is you learning about computer science and how to convert from binary to hexadecimal, different things like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. What about the history of BDPA? You don't have to learn things about that?
To the letter.
Yeah, all of that.
What are some of the things you learned about BDPA? You want to give me some information?
The first one, President.
It was Vivian Wilson.
There you go.
It was started in 1976.
Okay, fantastic. Look at that. Okay. So now you've already come here. You've competed in the competition itself. We just wait to hear about the winners. So tell me about the oral part of the competition. I know they have the different chapters in there. They ask you questions, and you as the team have to collaborate and come up with the correct answer. Kind of tell me what was going through your mind as they were asking you questions during that part of the competition.
I think we were pretty nervous because we don't want to get any wrong. We tried our best.
Yeah, but it was like, the questions we received were really kind of easy actually, but I mean, we wouldn't have gotten if we never studied, so.
So a lot of studying went into this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What about when they was asking questions of the other team members? It wasn't your question. Did you know the answer? Were you thinking, oh, why didn't we get that one? That was an easy one. Or,
Yeah.
okay. So once that was over, how did you feel? Once you came out of there, the oral part of the competition was over, how did you feel after that?
Pretty excited, like anxious about the written part.
Okay, and then you brought up the written part. So the written part is where you go in there to the computer itself, and you have to answer as many correct answers as you possibly can. And how much time are you given?
Only 15 minutes. 300 questions.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me your thoughts on that when you were sitting there going through those.
I hated it.
It goes by very fast.
Yeah, it goes by really quick. It's gone.
So are you watching the timer as you're doing the
Yes.
questions?
Which makes it even more nervous.
Yeah, nerve-wracking.
Okay. But once it was over, relief?
Yeah, it's a huge weight lifted for me because we had like 8 months to prepare for this.
Yeah.
Okay. So once that was over, that was the first day of the competition. And then that evening, before you all are getting ready for the actual programming part of the competition, what thoughts are going through your head that evening? Are you doing any last minute prep work, or just walk me through what you're doing the eve of the programming competition?
We were just like checking over all the loose ends. We were making sure they're good. We had the layout done in 30 minutes. It was tying up all the loose ends and maybe some new stuff that they might throw at us. We practiced it with our awesome instructors. So.
Any little key things you all kind of, you know, honed in on that evening about the programming part itself?
Well, just to make sure that we had our timing right for everybody to be on time, schedule.
So do each of you want to just tell what was your role on the team?
My role was a programmer. I worked with Sunny to make sure the application worked using PHP and SQL.
I worked as a layout designer and UI designer, making sure like it's friendly for the people and how it looks really good.
I was the project manager and lead presenter, and so what I did is make sure everything stayed on time, and I storyboarded the application out.
As Jimmy has stated, I was one of the programmers.
Okay. So once you got in there for the actual programming part of the competition itself, and they basically will go over what the problem is. They give you the specifications, the requirements of what you're having to build, and it's a web-based application. So as they were reading over the problem, what was going through your head?
When they first handed us the problem, we didn't even care what they were reading. We started connecting everything to each other. You have to be ahead of everybody.
Yeah. Our first thought said it was a pretty simple application, and like throughout we realized it got a little bit more complicated, but we had it down.
Okay. So what was your all's first step? So you said you all started immediately as soon as they handed the paper. You didn't pay attention to what they were reading. You started your whole strategy and plan. What was the first thing you did? First thing.
Look at the database. Yeah.
And print it out to make sure we understood how it was set up.
So why was that so key and vital?
Because they can be very complicated, and so if we want to do the application to the best of its ability, then we have to understand the database.
It's really good, really good. So about halfway through, well I should say before halfway through, I know normally the judges, they start saying how much time you have left. When you heard the first time that you only had, maybe 3 hours left, what were your thoughts then? What strategy did you start putting in place when you heard that first time called out?
I don't think we were very focused on what the judge was saying about the time, because we already had our time, what to do in that segment of time. So we were pretty much prepared at the time.
Fantastic, wonderful. So as you're going through, because I know you only get to share one computer, correct?
Yes.
So tell me what was your strategy and plan on who would use the computer first and in what order?
Well, I think we split it up by rows. So me and Jimmy went first because we like the layout, get the whole layout done, so you won't have to come back in and do it later, change everything.
And then after that, we did some jQuery UI. And then while I was doing jQuery, they were explaining the problem to the layout designers. And then after that, then Sanae got on and Jimmy got on, and they did the functionality. And what we did is we took turns. There was 2 people on the computer and 2 people planning the next step. So it was a nice cycle.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. A lot of good planning. I think a lot of people in the regular corporate industry can learn from that whole plan there. You all got it down packed. So when they finally said, last 15 minutes, what were you all doing the last 15 minutes of the competition when they come announcing that, last few minutes of time?
So we had a checklist of the stuff that we had to finish. And then at the last 15 minutes, we had 3 things left. And we were just going through it, trying to get it done. And then around the last 5-minute mark, we just stopped, we backed it up, and we went through the application and made sure everything worked.
So final testing.
Yes.
Okay, great. Did you encounter any problems or issues while you was going through coding and speccing out your whole plan?
Yeah. We actually had a PHP timeout for our database and querying.
Yeah, but we worked as a team, and together we found a solution, and we were able to bypass the error.
Wow, that's really good. So you were able to bypass the error and continue working and getting it done. Great job, great job. So now that that's over, once you backed away from the computer and walked out of the room, what were your thoughts?
It was all right, but
Yeah.
we finished.
We finished, yeah. So, but there's always the anxiety. Did we do enough? Yeah. And then we were trying to get ready for the presentation that came later.
Yeah.
So we were practicing that.
Okay. And so the presentation itself, you the lead presenter, but did everyone participate in the presentation itself?
Of course.
You didn't want to steal the full spotlight, right?
We're a team, there's no I in team.
There you go. Love that. No I in team. So once the presentation is over, you all are completely done, then how did you feel?
Pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's still
Yeah.
pretty a little tense because you still have to find out who wins.
But like the presentation went really well, and so that brought our hopes up. And like Samantha said, the weight lifted off our shoulders.
Fantastic. Now, Jimmy, I know this was your very first year coming to the competition. We have 3 of our veteran team members here. But Jimmy, this was for your first year. How was that experience for you?
I learned a lot. I had a lot of anxiety, but my teammates helped me through it.
Was it what you expected, or more or less?
More. It was big.
Big.
Valuable experience.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so I guess we'll just have to wait out the rest of the day, wait until the awards program tonight at the gala. We will be in attendance and we'll be eagerly waiting to see how our HSCC team from Atlanta did tonight. And I'm sure as this is YOA, the year of Atlanta, we're going to do well.